We are always looking for that next musky fix to quench that burning desire to find those unexplored, untapped places. These unexplored wild places, well, they do exist.
Here we go! Yeah! 1, 2, 3, 4! Come on! Let's go!
That was nuts. I mean, nuts.
Yeah! Alright!
Keys Outdoors Musky Hunting Adventures is brought to you by Great Clips, the Skeeter Boat Center, Engel Coolers, Dave and I, we're off heading down Cave Run Lake, Kentucky. This would kick off our 2017 PMTT run.
We're about an hour from our destination. Almost up for 24 hours now.
Driving all night and heading out to pre-fish right away with no sleep, well, probably wasn't the best call. But when you only have a day and a half, you gotta fish hard and quick. With water temps in the high 60s, our plan was to work the entrances of these large bays that make up Cave Run Lake. Dave was throwing a Muskie Innovation Dying Dog, and I was throwing the new TRO-CUSTOM-MAGNUM Pro Dog Frozen Tundra Perch. Our best chance came late afternoon when we were working deep timber. The best bait we seen all day was in that timber. All right, here we are, Cave Run pre-fishing. Caught that on a Team Rhino Custom Bulldog, man. Some new hot colors from Team Rhino. Right on, nice fish. This is what we're looking for. We seen one other fish, and then we boated this one. But she's definitely legal. This is something we definitely want in the tournament, guys. So let's get her back. We'll talk a little bit about Team Rhino and the Bulldogs. First slime time of the year, 2017 PMTT Cave Run. Is this what I caught her on? A Team Rhino Bulldog, Mag Dog, Pro Dog in their custom color. And that's the cool thing about Team Rhino, is that they do business with all the lures that are successful for us, but a little twist on it. They're putting their own patterns on, and these are patterns you're not going to get anywhere else. And boy, that fish wanted that. So check out Team Rhino. The next day, Dave and I, well, we fished very little.
Our plan was to drive around and mark weeds and find bait. Then we were off to get registered for the first leg of the PMTT Cave Run Lake, Kentucky.
To the first qualifier 2017 PMTT right here, Cave Run Lake, Vitamin Mineral Spring Shootout.
We would start our day off with some weather moving in, with a chance of rain. But clearing to bluebird conditions, we believed our chance, well, it would come first thing in the morning. Working along shallow shoreline with clumps of weed pods, we would make our first contact to start the day off.
We got a blessing a little bit because it was supposed to be 90 degrees and bright sun, and we had nice little rain come in and cloudy this morning, and the fish have been going. It's been a little spotty, but they're going. They're kind of going from one end to the other. We're in the back of Caney. We had a couple fish caught here. They were all the way down at the farthest end, Longbow, Scott Creek. It's been a little everywhere.
That afternoon, well, we had several muskies to the boat, but nothing serious. The only one that tried to eat was a short muskie.
All right, guys, I'll tell you what, day one coming to a close. Boats are coming in. Nothing for us, one short fish, but we've seen a bunch of fish. So we're gonna have to decide what we're gonna do tomorrow. We're not really sure, but it's the way it goes. We heard that a lot of fish were caught. Like always, PMTT, somebody's gonna get on them.
Day two, it'd bring in bluebird skies. Our plan for day two was to start out throwing the shallows. We thought that the muskies would pull up on these shallow flats, seeking the warmer water.
All right, Mike and I are about to make a move. It's 11:47. This morning we raised 4 fish, and there just doesn't seem to be a lot going on, as a lot of the guys said this morning, like Tim was talking about. It's these fish are just come off the spawn, so you just got to keep grinding. That's what we always do, and hopefully you can find one.
After throwing the shallows for several hours, we decided to make a move. We would start to hunt the bait, locating large balls of suspended bait back in Scotts Creek.
That just sucked.
break of tournament fishing. We worked 2 days and a half basically for one bite. And we finally get the bite and she gets off. She was hook light. It was a legal fish. She would have put us on the board. Dave and I have been pounding it, and finally what we did is we changed our tactics. Before we were hunting the wood, and now what we did is we're hunting bait. And open water, we're in about 24 feet of water. We're looking for bait, big piles of bait, and then throwing bulldogs. And again, the Team Rhino gets bit again. Oh, look at that, he really ripped her up good on that one. First hit it, but again, you know, throwing the dogs and counting them down a little bit, because I'm constantly asking Dave in the back of the boat, where's the bait, where is it in the water column, and then adjusting. And it's high in the water column, then I'm throwing in, we're throwing our lures in and bringing them back right away. If it's down in the water column, we're counting down our lures a little bit, and that's what we're doing. And lo and behold, but we got to get back to work because they could be getting active. In fact, it's been an afternoon bite. Last hour of yesterday's tournament, some fish were landed, so back to work.
We never did get another bite that day, but we did put ourselves in a spot to at least have a chance at a muskie.
In third place, with a double, a 43-incher and a 35.5-incher, 122 points to Dave Johnson for Taylor. In second place, with the triple, a 44.25, a 35, a 34.5, taking on twos. 167 points, Scott Popowski and Jerermy Burris. In first place, with a 42-incher and a 48.25-incher, taking on bucktails and crankbaits. Also big fish of the day for another 500. 169 points. Tony Grant and Greg Thomas.
The second leg of the PMTT would be held in Eagle River, Wisconsin. A lot of water with lots of muskie.
Well, Kim, it's the second leg of the PMTT. We're here in Eagle River. You're at the Chamber of Commerce. What can we expect right now?
We want to welcome everybody back to Eagle River. It's a great year. You're going to have some good fishing. The chain of lakes is full of muskies. And, you know, 30 inches and up, you guys should have a really good tournament. Eagle River is known to be a great muskie tournament.
Every time we're here, I know there's tons of fish caught. So I'll tell you what, I hope it's looking like a real good field of guys. And
Day one would bring in a major cold front, and I mean cold.
Here we go, PMTT, Eagle River.
We would start out, well, we'd go right to the troll. We felt that this would give us the best chance of tagging a muskie. We stayed mostly in the river channel, trolling back and forth to where the river dumped into a small lake. We were really focusing on that current area.
big one too, dude. I can't.
Come on, man.
I can't get it on the holder. It got off.
Come on.
It got off. It's a big one too.
Here we are, day one, PMTT on the Eagle River chain, and it's exactly the opposite what me and Mike were talking about before takeoff this morning. This cold front and this clouds has had it going crazy. We've been getting fish from one end of the chain to the other. Got a couple on film already. It's been really, didn't expect it. You know, usually a warm front helps with this time, but they're muskies and they're going. And the guys are popping them. We're not even 2 hours into this tournament. We got like 18 fish already, a couple of doubles. Fish are going on, and the good thing is one end of the chain to the other.
Yeah, we're stoked. It was great because he completely missed the pacemaker, and I go, holy crap, he completely whipped on the pacemaker. I think he rolled right over the top. You can see, got him on the bottom.
Yeah, giant.
Giant.
Nice.
Hey.
Anytime you got one in the boat, guys.
It is 2:30 and Mike and I have lost one giant fish trolling, and we, I don't know, just a heartbreak. Couldn't get it out of the rod holder, and that's the way that stuff goes sometimes. We figured we'd just try something different. It wasn't happening for us. We were fishing shallow this morning, burning bucktails over the weeds, and never saw anything, so we tried to do something different. And it panned out right away, but just didn't score on that. So we're going to continue out here. We got an hour and a half until we got to get back, and we'll see what happens, but looks like there's some quite a few guys catching fish, so stay tuned.
Here we are, Matt Snyder, Chris Reeve, current PMTT world champions. Eagle River, they got a nice one in the net. About one time ever, the team went to take the photo first and dropped it right here on Eagle River, dropped it in the lake. All right, good man. Go. Hey, you got it, let's go ahead, man, get it in the water. This is a man that has dropped a net in lake.
On the board. On the board. She's giving me a kick. There's right under your boat.
Here's Jason and his son Joey Summers. They got 3 fish already first 2 hours of the tournament. I don't want to interrupt them, but there's Jason and his son Joey Summers. This is their 4th fish, and we're not 2.5 hours into this tournament. We'll pull up there in a minute. I don't want to disturb them right now as they're getting it in.
Keep the net up. All right, jump in there. $33.
You might get Mountain Dew as a sponsor, huh?
Where's my phone? Here, buddy.
He's got some cool markings on him. Dude, you're a caster. What made you? What are you trolling for?
Because we're catching them.
Because we're catching them. That's right.
32 and not a monster, but
All right, it's another one in the boat, right?
helps with the tiger. Let him go.
How big?
32.
How big was the tiger?
45 and a half.
Woo! That's a good one, man. Nice, second one. Nice.
You won't even believe how I caught that. You won't even believe how I caught that one. Of course I take a picture of you every year. Let's make this regular.
Here we are, day one, PMTT Eagle River. We got a couple hours left in the tournament. It has been non-stop all day. We just got them with their second fish of the day. They got a big 45.5-inch tiger earlier today. It has been crazy. Weather, it's rain coming. I got my suit on now. We got rain coming in here soon.
We would troll the rest of the day with no rips and no muskies. The big question now is, what would we do for the coming day? Day 2 would bring in partly cloudy skies and post-frontal conditions.
We're gonna go back to the troll, see if that works out for us, and this time hopefully stick them. But that's tournament fishing. A lot of fish yesterday, and a couple teams that have triples and one team that has 4. That's gonna be pretty tough to beat, but we'll see what happens. You know, this is the Eagle River chain. You can catch 4 fish pretty quick, so we'll see what happens. Hey everybody, welcome back. Day 2, PMTT, Eagle River. Tim, wow, what a day yesterday.
Yeah, crazy day. You know, we got out here in the morning, and really, we've been here a lot. We know Eagle River. We thought it would just be an okay bite. Incredible. Set a record, 59 fish caught. A lot of fish, a lot of good quality fish, up to 45.5 inches. And it was kind of all over the chain, which we talked about it being a level playing field yesterday, and it really was. It was from all the way at Watersmeet, all the way down to Cranberry. They were catching fish.
We need one. What?
Yellow on a bumboard.
We would stay on the troll, hoping for redemption from the day before. Minutes turned into hours with no rips, constantly changing up our lures, depth, speed, looking for that much needed bite. 2 tournaments in a row with a lost fish isn't what we had in mind going into this tournament season.
Today's second fish in a half hour. Popped one with 30 minutes left in the day yesterday. Tension was pretty high. Our main plan pretty much went to so figured out a good pattern. And sure enough, it's working out for us here. This one, she's gonna go just to 39.25.
Here we are, day 2, PMTT Eagle River. It's only about an hour into the tournament. 120 over here. They just doubled up already this morning in the first hour. They had one yesterday. They opened up trolling in Eagle River. Last year was the first year. It's legal to troll up here, and it's really opened up fishing, covering more water. A lot of these deeper fish that nobody's been able to really work because you couldn't troll before. It was hard to cast it all. They're trolling. Covering more water, picking up more active fish, and it's working out so far.
For Dave and I, well, it wasn't turning out the way that we planned it. 2 tournaments in a row with no fish, well, that's a tough hole to climb out of. So it was time to head back and see how this tournament was going to shake out.
A big round of applause for that.
A lot of fish, a lot of fish. We did not break the record, but it was close. In third place with 4 fish, a 32.5, a 33, a 35 3/4, and a 36 3/4, taking on crankbaits, a total of 166 points. Joey and Jason Summers.
And then stretch down a little bit. There we go.
In second place with the triple, a 35, a 39 3/4, and a 40.5, taking on crankbaits, total of 173 points. Tyler Manning and Brian Blettner. first place with the triple, 37.5, 38.25, and a 40-incher. Total of 175 points. $18,400. Troy Bilberry and Dalton Keith.
PMTT 20th anniversary. We are celebrating with the mega tournament on Lake Vermilion, Minnesota. First place payout of $50,000 with over $120,000 in cash payouts, but limited to the first 100 boats. When? September 14th through the 16th, 2018. This is huge. PMTT mega tournament. Learn more? Go to promusky.com. Keys Outdoors Muskie Hunting Adventures has been brought to you by Great Clips, the Skeeter Boat Center, Yamaha, reliability starts here, Ingo Coolers, and all of our other KO sponsors. Make sure you like us on Facebook, join our Keys Outdoors YouTube channel, and follow us on Instagram.